Hi, my name's Ben Kelly. I'm a music student, and welcome to GameBeat. I thought of this new way of essentially combining DJing with video games in a new and exciting concept. The idea would essentially stem around a producer creating a hip-hop beat or a house track, but there would have to be a video game noise somewhere, or a theme sampled in the track. And I'm essentially combining that idea with using a PS3 controller as a MIDI controller. Bearing in mind, I was only using PS3 controllers for now for this experiment because I wanted to download drivers for Xbox and possible Nintendo controllers. However, the computers I were using were at uni, which meant I needed an administrator's permission in order to download the drivers, so that was a bit unfortunate. So, the buttons and the analog sticks are going to be mapped to different audio tracks and different audio effects in Ableton 10, with the various buttons therefore triggering the audio tracks to play, but without the actual MIDI mapping. This is where Max for Live comes in. Max is going to be using something called message boxes, and these message boxes are going to be able to send signals to the audio tracks, and with the buttons and the analog sticks being routed on Max, it's going to be able to find the audio tracks and trigger the buttons in order to play the tracks. Now, before we get into the actual demonstration, I should probably explain why I chose to do something like GameBeat. The first is grime. I am a huge grime fan, I have been for the past 6 years, and a lot of the time grime MCs like to reference video games in their bars, like JME and Skepta and DEE. One of his most famous songs is Street Fighter Rhythm, or Riddim as he prefers to call it. And with that, I chose to produce my own grime beats with a load of video game sounds and a load of themes in there. So the video game themes I chose in this case were Crash Bandicoot, Metal Gear Solid, and God of War, all classic PlayStation games. Another reason is performance tech. Over the past year, I have grown fond of watching and doing performances in front of crowds with technology that is not necessarily deemed as traditional. Most notably, I have noticed recently something called Algorave, where producers would use code for DJing and would showcase code performance in front of an audience, now being used in various raves and clubs. But anyway, those were the reasons, and now it's time for the demonstration.
Stop that, back that now, you mad.
You want to see something really scary? You want to see something really scary?
am the god of war!
In terms of the legacy of GameBeat, I would like to take the product to various events and possible concerts. Maybe organise competitions for people to make the best game-related beats and important into the controls for DJing live. This also brings up the possibility for clashes, such as PlayStation versus Xbox, and who can make the best beats and utilise it in a DJ format using their controllers.